everyone. You might be trying to figure out what the differences are between the 46mm Apple Watch that just came out and the 42mm Apple Watch that just came out as well. Now, the first big thing to keep in mind is that if you're going to compare these new Apple Watch sizes, these are a step up from the previous Apple Watch sizes that we had before, which were the 41 and 45mm sizes. Now, the thing to keep in mind here is that between both the 46 and 42mm sizes, if you're comparing them within the same Apple Watch variant, so if we're not comparing like in the future Apple Watch Series 12 to Apple Watch Series 13, if instead we're comparing Apple Watch Series 10, like the same exact Apple Watch, just the different sizes between them, you are basically getting the exact same watch on both. But there's a few differences that are just minor that might make a lot of sense as soon as you explain it. But beyond that, they are exactly the same watch. It really just comes down to which one is more comfortable for you. So what I would recommend doing before you even go ahead and buy any Apple Watch, even after watching this video, go inside of the Apple Store, go inside of Best Buy, or find a friend that has one of these watches and try both of these watches. Try the smaller size, try the bigger size, and see which size you actually like the most. Because there's a very big chance where you're going to go ahead and be able to find a watch, and it's probably, maybe you'll like the bigger size or maybe you'll like the smaller size. But regardless, you have to figure that out on your own, and that's kind of what I'd recommend doing here. So go ahead and look into that. That's kind of the first thing I'd recommend doing there. Now, on top of that, another very big thing to keep in mind here too is the fact that with the Apple Watch, the bigger one or the smaller one, you're going to have to make sure that the bands that you select on both, that you can't replace and rearrange the bands on either one of these. Meaning, if you're trying to get the 42mm watch, but you had the bigger sized Apple Watch before, well, the bands on the bigger watch are not going to work on the smaller watch. But if you always had the smaller watches, like if you had the 38, 40, 41mm Apple Watches, those bands will end up working on the 42mm watch. So keep that in mind. Once again, I would hate for you to go through and be able to, pick up the Apple Watch, 42mm one, but then all your bands you got for the 46mm one are there. So I've also seen sometimes accessories, sometimes for the smaller watches can be cheaper. That's kind of another small thing I've noticed. But from a feature standpoint, meaning that if you're going to go through and pick up either one of these watches, they will give you basically the exact same features on both. Even pretty much the same exact battery life is rated on both as well. And the reason for that is because even though the Apple Watch, the smaller one is giving you a smaller size battery, it does have a smaller display it has to kind of power. Whereas on the bigger one, you have a bigger battery, but you're going to be getting a bigger size display that it has to power. So once again, it's kind of those, weird things here too that you're going to have to kind of configure. But beyond both, I would say from that side, again, with the features and everything, they're basically the same exact one. The main difference here, again, is that if you're looking at both, the smaller Apple Watch is going to be a cheaper price tag. So if you're going to go through and if you're buying the, 42mm Apple Watch, it is going to be cheaper as of this point than the 46mm watch. So it's just one of those things to keep in mind. Once again, I would hate for you to go ahead and buy one of these Apple Watches and, you wanted the bigger one, but it was more expensive. Now it's only like $30 more expensive, so it's not like a massive price difference. But still, it can be, it is a difference that you're going to have to keep in mind. If you're going to want the bigger one, you're going to have to, basically spend a little bit more money there as well. So beyond that though, those are kind of the main differences. They're basically almost the same type of watch. There are some slight differences here and there, but that's kind of how both of them somewhat compare. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.